All right, so I'm representing a company called VWORLD, and I'll be quick. We're a provider of a GIS and simulation solution called VWORLD. It's already been sold, one part of it to a certain number of system integrators and academia clients in certain number of fields as space and defense. We are running into civil security for the very same reasons, and it's also been sold to energy and geosciences clients. Right, so the solution is called Futera Suite, website being Futera, and we are provider of global software capable of integrating Earth observation and also multi-source datasets such as data out of drone acquisition, data out of photogrammetry acquisition, LiDAR acquisition, multimedia assets such as photos, videos, etc., either in real time through a specific aspects that I will explain further, or of course offline and shared online through home device to a certain number of stakeholders. We also provide in the software a global true color count free and artifacts corrected global imagery, so the entire surface of the world in true color imagery at 29 meter, also 90 to 29 meter DEM, and 29 meter land cover meaning the type of ground cover, whether be it vegetation cover or for example sand, etc. So this is given in the software as default database for our users to integrate their own data. We think Futera Suite has the potential to become a multi-hazard platform, provided that more and more information is gathered from the field and also from scientific papers covering different types of incidents. It's been used in the Disaster Preparedness Center in Malaysia, for example, to build 3D hazard maps and prepare the population to cope with landslide disasters. We provide with Futera Evolution the whole development platform also for more advanced users to develop their specific functions through our C++ SDK. So it can be used either perfectly offline, so the whole situation is stored offline, or it can be and it should be also shared between several stakeholders online using the Futera Access module. The whole interest of using the system is that it shares worldwide the same database, so there is no issue about the interoperability of the data that are imported covering the entire world. It can be extended to a Futera mobile application, so viewer application that use in a HTML5, so web browser application, the same assets, the same imported assets. And this software has been tested in a major EU crisis management project called Travelplus about 2 years ago, and it was tested in building a common operational picture situation and capable of providing a 3D virtual environment with assets coming in real time through what is called the Testbed infrastructure of that project, which is free to use. So we're able to connect our environment, global environment, to any reported images from the ground and also UAV UAV real-time images coming from a UAV acquisition. It could be used in the same way in real time, we believe, for satellite acquisition. You see also the tactical situation updates that could be sent to the system through third-party software. We also tested the capability of the system to display Copernicus imagery and Copernicus maps, disaster maps such as FS, and it would be used in the same way for, I believe, FS assets and other assets coming from Copernicus EMS. So this shows simulation. This is the real-time view of the software. So it shows how you could use geotag reports to build a common operational picture and to use a certain number of other assets such as photos, videos, etc., whether or not reported in real time from the field. It's also providing the capability of linking to the system to a certain number of vehicles, such as helicopters, UAVs, etc., that you can use either to build scenarios or to be connected through communication protocol. It could be used to be shared, sharing the same system with a certain number of organizations. So this is showing an intended view of building a repository for several hazards. So it shows the Spain flood, major flood event that happened 2 years ago, and the capability of a system to drape a certain number of assets. So you can connect also the 3D environment of Futera to a certain number of data streams, open geospatial data streams, and disaster maps provided by the ERCC that you can drape and analyze different visuals in 2D and to conduct further analysis. So either for preparedness, for building rescue plans, for also building situational awareness in the response phase per se. We also provide for that aspect response a certain number of GIS tools, such as distance measuring tools, 316-degree line of sight tool, also to analyze what is around a given point into the software. So we're thinking for flood prediction. This could be useful for situation the extent of a given flood, and it can go further since we integrate land cover information. So linking the system with more precise information as to the amount of rain or the permeability of the soil at a given location, refining the land cover information would be high on the agenda to answer the specific flood mitigation and flood risk gaps that were highlighted. So I'm moving now to the next slide. So it's been tested in two trials of a Travelplus project. One was run by the Austrian Red Cross and was targeting real-time data and information fusion to support decision making. The other aspect was incorporating information from spontaneous volunteer source, Red Cross volunteers, and the other major trial that was run by the Travelplus project was focusing on ERCC needs and the potential use of our software in the CESIS tool used by EUSPT. So I'll be running this video. So this shows the actual trial assets that were used. We built the 3D map, so the 3D virtual environment for that particular trial, focusing on the earthquake. It could, of course, be used in the same way for any type of disaster. So it shows the live display of photos that were coming from another application, displayed also into the visuals that were used in the command center and that our software was capable of retrieving in real time through the Travelplus infrastructure. It shows the capability also of the software to measure things directly into the photos and know, for example, at which location a given asset is to be seen into the general globe environment. So we're thinking for supporting emergency mapping. This is going to be really useful to drape UAV acquisition in real time, such as the one which is appearing directly. And so it shows also the capability to implement messages from field resources. There. So as to the gaps and solutions that we think we could fit, we could serve Viterra Evolution and Viterra Mobile could serve as a modeling and decision support tool. There's no limitation in the representation of the areas that could be built in 3D using our software, since it's a globe environment. We already provide the capability of draping FIS or Copernicus CMS, I believe, any type of 2D drapes that could be provided through Copernicus CMS. It would be possible to integrate more land cover attributes or geomorphological, let's say, attributes. In the same way as we already offer 29-meter land cover as to the type of ground cover worldwide is provided. So it's already been tested in displaying UAV imagery in real time and in situ photos, text messages, etc. Of course, we think we're high on the situational awareness capabilities, but we think it should be a great tool to allow dissemination and serve as a global repository of various incidents, various exercises, various disasters, for all phases of the disaster management cycle, but first and foremost for prevention and preparedness, and then for the response aspect. Okay, so this is a couple of clients that have been using the system already and that believe that we could be a good example of general global platform, multi-sensor platform that could serve crisis management operations worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you very much for Mrs. Léveque for this precise information, and it is nice to see that the testimonials. Of course, it is something that is of interest to practitioners. And without further delay, let's go to the next presenter.